Yes, we're all set.
All right, got it. Well, welcome everyone to our practical PR workshop. My name is Michelle Seidling. I am currently the District 6 PRM for the 2022-2023 Toastmasters year. I am joined by two of my most favorite people from District 106, Ashok and Johnny. I'll have them introduce themselves. Ashok, do you want to start out?
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Ashok Sankovali, part of District 106. I'm serving as PRM and looking forward to share our thoughts about the PR world, and happy to have you all. Welcome all. Johnny, do you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Ashok and Michelle, for this awesome session. Good morning, everyone. My name is Johnny Harvey. I am a member of the District 106 PRM team, currently serving as a little bit on the website, webmaster and social media. Great to have you. We're excited very much to provide the sessions to you all. So thank you very much. Back to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Johnny. Just a few admin notes. If you could, if you have not done so already, please rename yourself. Let us know what district you're in, as well as the role that you're serving in, such as VPPR or club president or some other role. And we can do that so that we can acknowledge all the fabulous people here today. I do want to acknowledge Catherine Sekundiak, our Region 4 advisor currently. Fabulous, as well as a whole host of fabulous people. So thank you for joining us. As we go through here, if you have any question at all, please put it in the chat so that one of us will address it throughout the presentation. Of course, this presentation is being recorded and we will make it available to both districts afterward for your viewing pleasure. With that, we are talking about all things PR today. Every nook and cranny, well, almost. We can talk about the very key things to help you have some fuel as you go forward in your role for the remainder of this year, as well as the next Toastmasters year. I'm going to start off by talking about branding and creativity. Many times we think, okay, Toastmasters, I've got to do it this way or that way. You know what? You have enormous creativity as far as your public relations with a poster or a flyer or a billboard, something other of that nature. That's important, but what is also important is adhering to the Toastmasters brand. I can't emphasize enough the importance of making it obvious, no matter whether you're doing a billboard or a flyer or a social media post. Make it obvious that what people are seeing is Toastmasters. That includes things like color scheme, a logo, what people are engaged in, as well as the text that you're using. All of those things contribute to the Toastmasters brand, and it also gets your creativity juices flowing. You have enormous amounts of templates and resources, which we'll cover later. But let's take a look. I'd like to take a look at a couple of things in the brand manual. So I'm going to share my screen briefly, and I just want to emphasize a couple of things here. So here with the brand manual, of course, we will not go through it all, but I do want to emphasize a couple of things. Is number one, the logo and the palette, and then we'll talk about images for a minute. So let's just kind of go over here to the logo. And I do want to note that throughout the manual, it has links to click on. For example, here, logos are available. You've got your whole choice of different sizes, different options. but you'll notice the Toastmasters logo, the color scheme, all of those things can be easily inserted in different media that you're doing, whether you're creating a flyer and posting it on social media, if you're doing a billboard, or if you're doing some type of banner or flyer, something of that nature. But you have all of these at your fingertips. I do want to go down to the logo, and you'll notice, I'm just going to scroll through here briefly. You'll notice there's a lot of leeway too that you have with different sizes, different options, depending on what you're doing, depending on the media that you're choosing. We also have a little bit of do's and don'ts here as far as making sure that it's clear and obvious. And for example, here, don't customize it, saying, hey, we're District 99, or use some other color scheme. Keep within the brand, and you've got enormous flexibility, enormous creativity. With regard to the color palette, these are the main colors. And what is really cool is that it gives you the hexadecimal colors, the color codes, the different schemes, depending on what tools you're using or what platforms you're using. You're able to put these color schemes into there. Johnny will, in his presentation, he'll talk more about putting these color schemes into Canva, for example. Nevertheless, no matter what platform you're using, you have access to this, and you can change those colors as you see fit with different events, different forms of media that you're working with. Those are the two really important things as far as logo and color scheme. I do want to go down to talking about, pardon me for scrolling here, little eye exam for you. Well, I do want to also go down to images and photography. There is, when you click on download, I won't do this right now, but you have an enormous array, a full gallery of different photos that TI has provided that show engaged members of Toastmasters at different meetings or other events. But it's important to have people that, in this case, look engaged, they're focused, they're saying, wow, we are at a Toastmaster event, we are getting empowered. Things like cartoons or illustrations, we don't want to focus on that. We want to put the focus on the people and on the events. With all of these things, you have enormous creativity in terms of what you can do and how you can integrate these things into your brand and into your area of focus. With that, I am going to stop sharing for a moment and just conclude here at this point by saying that I want to emphasize the importance of brainstorming too, with your PR team, with your trio, with if you're at the club level, with your club officers and club members, but just brainstorm what things you can do to really maximize different tools such as social media or flyers. How can you make things stand out? How can you make your club stand out, or your area, or your division, or your district? All of these things contribute to the Toastmasters brand, and people will undoubtedly focus on that. They'll say, wow, I want to join that club, or I want to be a part of that event. All of those things radiate Toastmasters, and making sure that your brand and that your event radiates Toastmasters is important, both for you and for your audience. With that, I'm going to turn the time over to Johnny, who's going to walk us through Canva. Take it away, Johnny.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Michelle, for your introduction regarding brand and how important it is. And then I really liked what you mentioned around being creative and brainstorming with your team. Because as a VP of PR, you are always collaborating. You're always brainstorming. You're always trying to come up with new ideas, fresh ideas. But then you have your scope. You have your timeline. How much time do you want to spend? So today, as Michelle mentioned, we'll look at a couple of tools. And we have a process that we've been working with the last year and a half. So nothing is perfect, nothing where it needs to be, but think about all the possibilities. And I'll try to hit on all the points that Michelle mentioned earlier. So good to have you all. In the chat, you will see a couple of links around the brand portal and the brand guideline and the manual. And from there, from my section here, think about the colors and the fonts and any templates that come to mind. And we'll share those links. We have a web page on D106 that we put together last year that has links to templates you can use. Without further ado, let me go ahead and click share screen. Close your eyes because my screen could be very scary with a lot of things on it. But hey, I got to move stuff around. I don't have the flexibility anymore with multiple monitors, but we'll move around here. All right, you should see on your screen right now, you should see an Excel workbook. Raise a hand if you got it. Yep, perfect. You should see a Canva and a social pilot. At a high level, what is the process to take a brainstorming idea or a creative method for you to promote your club, your area, your division, wherever you are? You take that idea, you take that story from your club, you heard a quote. Sometimes you're at a meeting and somebody says something and you go, whoa, I can develop that idea and make a copy, write it up, maybe a blog post, maybe a couple of statements. You get a quote in your head, you get an idea, you're brainstorming, you need a place to put it in. So that is number one for you to get organized. And most of you here on the call, I am certain you have a way to organize those things, ideas, content, etc. So what we've done is a really simple Excel spreadsheet. It's one of the tools we use. Anything in green, it's an idea that was developed and also scheduled for posting. And what I mean by developed, meaning over a collaborative approach, back and forth, couple of emails, maybe a meeting. Some ideas develop over time, some ideas come quick. You write it up right here, and then you prepare it for posting. So this is number one you do as a social media website PR person. These ideas come down, you develop them, you write them up, you clean them up, and they are ready for posting. And this is just an example. Many of you, you'll come up with a better one. Things that are in green are done, and things that are in white, I'm lazy sometimes, they are done, but sometimes I just don't get to mark them. In yellow, possibility, that is something that we're working on, we have more questions, etc. The whole idea, find your place, find your zone, and go from there. Second, now you've got your idea crafted, you have a nice statement, a paragraph, etc. Now you are ready to creatively put it together. And this is really up to you, what you want to do. The tool that you see on screen is Canva. Canva is widely populated across the globe, widely known tool for creating social media content and posts. And this is what we're going to show you today. And don't worry, if you don't have access to Canva, we have the process for you to get started on Canva. And I'm going to drop in the chat some reference material. I'm going to open up that reference material in front of you here. And if you haven't gotten started on Canva, get started right here. I'm not going to walk through everything in here, but we have a document on how can you get started with a professional account on Canva. You download our charter nonprofit organization document. You apply for a Canva account and you let them know that we are a nonprofit. You upload the evidence and you move on your happy enjoyment experimental way. So that is one way for you to get started on Canva. ... You are in Canva. It's time to create content. Let me walk you around the tool a little bit. Michelle talked about brand. In Canva, there is the concept of a brand kit. I'm going to click on it. Brand kit on the left-hand side, right here. And here we go. We have, okay, oh, where's my brand kit? Where's my brand kit? Refresh. I should have a brand kit. There's always something here. Okay, one second. Brand kit. Oh, here we go. Back to home. Brand hub. Okay, brand kit, brand hub. Canva users, mark your point. Okay, we have a primary brand kit. And in this primary brand kit, I have all the logos uploaded. We have all the colors marked. And this is from the brand manual. We have the heading font, the subheading font, and the body font. Here it is. You'll see it in the brand manual. That's the Montserrat. And there's a couple of other fonts you can use. So now you set up your brand kit, and that is something manual you're going to do. I haven't found a way to export and then hand you over a package to do that, but that's one way of doing it. And it's a good way to practice Canva. You get your logos up, you get your colors in, you get your fonts, and you are ready to create. And now you're saying, well, Johnny, how do we create? I've got my content. I have access to Canva. What do I do next? You create a design. So you create a design, and let's just say it's a Facebook post. Facebook post. I have all kinds of templates in here, and I can use this generic Canva template as my starting point. Now, if you're up for it, go for it. If you are like me, I will try to use another template. So I may create one template and then reuse this project again and again. And don't worry, we don't have a lot of time today to show you everything, but you can use folders in your Canva to upload those templates. And we have those templates for you. They're right here. We have save the date PNG package template, and we have save the date PowerPoint deck. And those were already imported into Canva, and they are right about here. I've got everything here loaded up. I've got logos, I've got YouTube, I got backgrounds, I have projects, I have folders. All this is loaded up in Canva. And look at this. I can drag and drop, put a text, add a heading. Notice that the brand is here, so I'm really good to go. And then I'm just going to say thank you all for showing up. Right here. Here we go. You extend it, learn a little bit of tech, go up here, maximize it, go to your colors, click over here, and then switch it up. Here we go. White. And thank you all. That's number one. And from here, from this point on, you can do anything you want. So this is Canva a little bit, and these are called projects, and you have access to all sorts of tools here. Now back to Canva, this is how we organized it. We've got different folders, brand kit, logos, YouTube channel, all these things in here. If you're doing any video content, you edit the video outside of Canva. We can talk about later. And then you upload to Canva, and then you work it out. Now you're saying, Johnny, great, I've got my content. I created a huge, really nice thank you post. How do I work with it? The first thing you do is you download this post. So back to this thank you project. I can go here. I can go back to elements. It's not done yet, Johnny. Should have done your homework. I'm going to say thank you, right? Drop this in here. This is great. Boom. We're ready to rock and roll. What do I do next? I want to share it. I may share it with Ashok to ask him, hey, Ashok, how did it go? Otherwise, I can download PNG. download it to my desktop. And you guessed it, you are ready to post. In our case, the last year and a half, we've been using Social Pilot as the tool to post. You sign up with Social Pilot. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Once you get Canva Pro configured and everything done for you, in Canva Pro, there is an app called Content Planner. So think about your club. You can plan your entire year of content and schedule your social media posts from here. So right here is I'm able to connect to all my social accounts. Moving on, we happen to use Social Pilot this year. I have access to posts, managing posts. So you can see all my posts by month, by week, by day. This is an example of a post that came out at 9 a.m. You can check it out on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and 3 additional places. To start a post is pretty easy. I create a post in here, or I create a post from the calendar. And that's it. It's that simple. You drop your amazing statement here. Thank you, volunteers, for showing up to the conference. You downloaded your Canva. You upload it right here. Add media. You check the box for your social media accounts, and then you schedule the post. And it is off on its happy, merry way. And this is it. From creating an idea and working with your team to creatively putting a project together, a design together in Canva using your colors and fonts and templates, to scheduling it and posting it out for social media. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Canva.
Mary has a question.
Awesome.
Mary,
Go ahead.
do you have a question pertaining to Johnny's presentation?
Yes, I do. This looks great. Perhaps you said it, Johnny, and I missed it as you were going through it. The templates that you have out there that are, Toastmaster logo templates, Toastmaster backgrounds, is that something that if I go out to Canva that I have to upload myself?
Yes.
Or is that something that, okay, so it's not something I can tap into what you have. I have to basically create it on my own with the upload from Toastmasters.
Yes, we can export them in packages for you, except for the brand colors and fonts. So everything there, we could make it easy, have a zip file, a compressed file, and then send it off to all the attendees in here so you don't have to find them, but you will have to upload them. Yes, you have to upload them.
Okay.
The brand kit, I have not found a way. I spent maybe an hour. I haven't found a way to export the kit and then import into another account. It seemed to be manual.
Okay, thank you. And all of us will get a chance to get that, what you can export for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Great.
And the PR workshop and training content link in the chat has pretty much everything we have. And I'll double check here and
Thank
make
you.
sure all the resources are available. Thank you,
This
Mary,
is-
for the question.
Okay, Leo has a question as well. Leo? Oh, you're on mute, Leo.
Thank you, Michelle. It's more of a comment than a question. With Canva Pro, you can actually create a team, and so not everyone has to create a separate Canva thing. Now, if someone would like to try out what it looks like, they can send me an email, and I can add them to my team. And I've got the templates already set up. Also with the brand colors, and it's set up, and they can use a template, design a thing, and can actually publish something within about a half hour if they so desire. So that's just an offer. I want to see how it works as far as a team, because I'm big on building teams. It's one of the reasons I'm here. Thank you, Johnny, Michelle, Ashok. Appreciate being here.
Oh, thanks, Leo. Great point. With that, Ashok is going to walk us through updating the website, your club website. Take it away, Ashok.
Awesome. Thank you, Michelle and Johnny, for that phenomenal walkthrough about the importance of branding and following the brand manual instructions that Toastmasters International has put together, and great walkthrough about Canva approved tools that how we all can leverage the tools to effectively promote our clubs, right? Now it's time for me to share about the websites. Website is one of the channels that we all have in this, even today. Websites is one of the key platforms that all of us have to leverage so that we can showcase about our club, what we do and why we are something special that some other members wants to join us, right? So we need to make sure that we are up to date with our club website. I'm going to walk through some of the websites that are like stand out in District 106. I as a PRM team, we constantly monitor our club website, making sure that everyone is following the brand guidelines. If somebody is like little off, we will work with the VP PRs of the clubs and make sure that they are following the brand guidelines. And at the same time, we make sure that we help them as needed. Again, one other thing I want to mention that you are not alone. Please feel free to reach out to the PRMs for District 6 PRM, Michelle, or myself and Johnny for the District 106. We are there to help, and anything you have a question, this is not the one call or something, don't feel that way. Please reach out to us. We are there to help. And again, as Johnny and Michelle mentioned, it's a teamwork, right? PPR is not one person's activity. As a team, we can, as club officers, you can brainstorm ideas and present together and work together using the tools that we have. With that, I will share my screen and walk through a couple of websites, and also I'll focus more on free Toast host website tool that we are using. Most of the clubs are using, actually. Districts are using WordPress. Today's focus is on free Toast host because that is what is being used by, I think, 99% of the clubs. One or two clubs are using WordPress and a couple of other different website tools that we have. And free Toast host is a free avenue that Toastmasters International is offering all of our Toastmasters clubs to leverage upon. And I'm putting a link here in the chat. This support documents was put together by the admins of the free Toast host. It is a beautiful document out there. Leverage it. If you have any question, you can easily look it up and learn from there. It's not rocket science. Trust me, I don't have any skills about website maintenance. I just followed this document and learned a lot. And I'm sure you also can do that. I will walk through my screen. Are you guys seeing my screen? Okay. So one of the key things to focus on, your homepage is very critical for drawing the attention of people. For search engine optimization like Google search, it works great when people are looking for a Toastmaster club to join, right? When they search, some of the keywords that you put in your homepage will show up as the top search when they're searching. For instance, people are looking for a Toastmasters club in Golden Valley area, right? So when you search, this club has, this is my home club. We are not 100% there on our website, but we have some basic great information, I would say, about the address and how we meet and where we meet. And a couple of things that can draw attention is we have put like our club is over 30 years old and dedicated to help achieve goals. Like this will draw attention. Somebody wants to look for a club that is long-standing, let's say if they're looking as an example. So then this will draw their attention when they search for the clubs that they're looking for, improving their communication or leadership skills. And the other key thing is like this, you can put some catchy words and you can get as much creative as possible in putting whatever the content you want to put it here. And also we need to put the timings here. Somebody who's looking for the clubs that meet on Monday or a Tuesday, if you put it out here, then the search engine somebody puts it in a Google search, it will show up. I want to show one thing by practically showing Google search, the Toastmasters and Golden Valley, let's say. So ours showed up right there. See, as typing itself, it is showing because of based on the information that we put in, it is drawing the attention. And people can search about our club and all of that. You can see it here. One thing we're struggling to update is we couldn't update this information to make it online because the person who has updated in Google, we don't have that information. We're still figuring out, working with Google, trying to update this information. But I want to showcase as an example how you want to update your website so that way when people search, if you want to show up in the top, obviously we have some work to do by updating in your homepage, right? I hope you got the idea what I'm trying to say. From here, I want to showcase a couple of other websites. This is another well-maintained website, I would say, from our District 106, where we do the PR contest. One of them, this club, every year they stand out. And if you see how creatively they're put in, like a nice catchy video out there. So when people are searching, they know about this club. Even when they visit their website, they get to know what this club is all about. You can see when they meet, where they meet, and what happens in a meeting, and why do people join. All of that information, they have put it so nicely. It's very simple, but at the same time, they have all that information that is needed. So if you are like struggling, okay, how should I update? What information should I update? You can go to these existing clubs websites and you can search and you can copy it, right? Set to your club way with modifying a little bit about your club, but at least you can get the creative ideas by looking at the website. You don't need to worry about, oh, I don't know where to start. At least start by looking at what is out there, and then you can use that. Instead of thinking, okay, I have a lot to do it. At least you can use these ideas, right? And then the other key aspects I want to focus on is like, these are very mandatory information, I would say, meeting information. You need to make sure that it is up to date, because when people are searching, they don't want to get surprised. Okay, I don't see any information here, and we lose those members if that's the case, right? And the other thing is like meeting and the contact us, right? This is another very important part to make sure that they know if they have any questions, they can reach to that person. If you have the contact information, it is easy, and they can reach out by filling in this form as well. So these are standard templates out there. You just need to fill in. You don't need to add these, but these are tabs and such. Most of these are available. All you need to do is update it. I will walk you through a little bit about how to do that in a bit. And meet our members is another important aspect that we need to make sure that this is also is up to date. Because when people are looking, they want to know about who the members are, what this club is represented by, right? If you have this information, then they know that, okay, this is a good functioning club. And the other thing is the club calendar is another important aspect. People want to know when they're meeting. All they need to do is just click it, then they know, oh, okay, Tuesday's their meeting. And then they click it and they get this information again. Now, these are some of the sample examples I want to share. I don't want to go a little bit, you get the idea, I hope. And these are the social media links. And again, wherever you're present, make sure you're putting out there in your website. Like if you are in Facebook, LinkedIn, or if you don't have one, that's okay. Start with one. You don't need to be present in all the medias. And when you are there in social media, if you have a Facebook account, put that thumbnail link here, then so that people can look into it. And one other thing I want to mention and reiterate that it is very important, like to keep in mind, our website is a platform to connect not only the external parties, to your members as well. Then make sure that when a new member joins, make sure they get access to your website, and make sure that information is up to date, updated as well. And also you can leverage this website to communicate with your members for agendas and stuff like that. I'll showcase a couple of examples probably to walk through. This is another well-maintained website where you can communicate with the members with the agendas. I thought they have one, maybe not. I can show another example. So you can use the agendas. You can communicate, like people have a role. Every member will have some kind of role in a meeting, right? You can start using your website to communicate, to fill up the roles, and agenda is finalized, and people can download it from your website. And the other thing I would say, important part, I want to say virtual guest packet. This club has become very creative in putting together a membership application. What does it take to join as a member? These are the things I would recommend you to add in as well. So for a guest, it's all in one place, right? And we're running out of time. I want to showcase one thing by walking through an example of our home club by showing as a logging as an admin, right? Like you might have a question. If you are new, don't worry. If you need help, just reach out to us. We can help you guys, walk you through how to do that. But right now, I'll show a quick walkthrough how you can use that to update your website. Launch admin console. You need to log in as an admin to be able to update your website. All the VPPRs and presidents should be able to access your club website. So click this one, log in, and this is where you update your homepage information. Like I showed you in my home club, this is how you put in stuff, and you can get creative and making bold what you want to highlight. So in our website, we put something casual, like nervous about public speaking. Everyone is, but we can help. Something like that. You want to have something that you want to showcase yourself, how you want to represent your club and want to show the people who are looking for help. So this can help, right? Most of us join Toastmasters to improve upon public speaking, right? We're all nervous. I'm still nervous, but this helped me in improving my Toastmaster speaking skills. So you want to put those creative words so that way it appears in Google search. Then same thing, meeting info and directions. This is also a very useful tool. Make sure that you are up to date with your contacts, and when the office changes, make sure you update your president and VPPR information. Similarly, there is other thing I want to showcase is so our administrator is Charlie. So make sure that it is up to date when a VPPR changes. And these are all just other things, tells like how many people visited. And then the other thing I want to show is meeting agenda settings. This is the one I was telling you about. So one of the new things that was added in this, actually, I didn't update here. So this is where you can use that. Later on, we can walk you through how to update and other things. Since I'm running short of time, make sure you try this, logging in, and start using this tool, I would say. Recently, there is an edition talking about how you can update the meeting venue URL information and stuff. It's there in the document. I will share this link. Please try this. This is very helpful for people. Actually, we got some new guests because of this meeting information that has been updated, because sometimes it's hard for people, or if you want them to register, put that registration link here. So I hope this added value. Since I'm a little over time, I will ask if anybody has any questions.
One last thing is we'll include all of the information from the chats as well, but Colleen Marie brought up a great point as far as just really brainstorming. Why does your club exist? And what unique value is your club bringing to your community, or if you're a corporate club, to your organization? And what are some things that you could really hone in on in you as PR people or as leaders in your club can easily brainstorm those things and utilize those tools to be able to really market yourselves, to be able to really showcase Toastmasters and invite people to join. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you, Ashok and Johnny. Thanks to all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. This training is being recorded, or has been, and will be made available, as well as all of the links and tools on, and we will be doing that. We will put that on both district websites for your reference and for your information. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Appreciate you showing up on a Saturday morning.